For most people, coping with a life-threatening illness 24 hours a day would be all-consuming, let alone one that requires a constant injection of drugs directly into the stomach. But 58-year-old John Hayward, who suffers from pulmonary hypertension, still finds time each week to do voluntary work in his local community of Sandbach in Cheshire, driving people up to a local hospice and pensioners to the supermarket.
I like to drive the bus. I like to keep busy and active. And most of the time I'm fine driving the vehicles. But on the odd occasion, due to my stomach side being very sore, I can suffer with some pain, feeling every bump as I drive along bumpy roads.
John is known as a tough, persistent character, and he's jolly glad of it, because of his insistence to be referred to a specialist doctor and the diagnosis of pulmonary hypertension that he provided. It almost certainly saved his life.
In 1998, I was gradually becoming more and more breathless. From parking my car in the works car park to getting to where my office was, I would arrive at work being very, very breathless.
Really, the breathlessness and not being able to do heavy work and feeling really tired, and he couldn't do the garden anymore, and DIY jobs became a problem. And it just kind of all mounted up into thinking, well, something's wrong here, it's not the same.
Unable to find an explanation for his symptoms, John's GP referred him to a consultant at the local hospital. But after nearly a year of outpatients appointments, John was unhappy with the way the treatment was going and decided it was time to take things into his own hands.
I felt I wasn't making any progress, so it was in frustration that I really asked if I could be referred to another specialist.
It was this decision that almost certainly saved his life. At this stage, John was barely able to walk 20 yards and had been forced to take early retirement from work. He was sent to the Royal Brompton Hospital in London for a second opinion and was finally told he had the extremely rare but treatable disease, pulmonary hypertension.
When I was finally diagnosed with PH, it was something of a relief, and they say, well, at least I know what's wrong with me now. But for a long period running up to that diagnosis, I was vegetating, I felt, and not getting anywhere.
John is one of the lucky ones. Pulmonary hypertension is an extremely serious condition. If left untreated, almost half of PH patients are likely to die within 2 years. But once diagnosed and treated with specialised medications and care, almost 2/3 of patients will survive longer than 5 years with a fair to good quality of life.
It's just amazing now that he can do so much, and yeah, when he's good, he wants to do everything, you know, and we have to say, well, come on, slow down, you know, just do as much as you can. His one aim is to climb up the Wrekin, as he lived in Shropshire, and he used to climb it as a young boy. But I really don't think he could climb it anyway now, even if he was fit. But he likes to think he can, so we might do that one day. We might attempt it.
Pulmonary hypertension is a life-threatening condition that can affect people of all ages. And although there is no cure, advances in understanding of the condition and new treatments are leading to a much brighter future for patients with PH. Please help us to raise awareness of this little-known condition.